What's going on, guys? Leicester 3, Liverpool 1. Another expected result, I'd say. I've written the season off a few weeks ago anyway. Whatever we do now, at least we want to finish without embarrassment. That's the only thing I want. The whole team is dismantled. A lot of issues. I just want to say one thing really fuming me up. It's not even about the loss. All these stupid idiots that are calling out FSG. Are you stupid? Are you dumb? FSG has given you 2 major cups and other big titles in the last few years, and you're blaming SFG. You know what? You're a plastic if you call out FSG, and you need to slap yourself. You know what? Go away, man. You're not a real Liverpool fan. Things like that really gets to me. Like, I know there's so many different type of fans. There's plastics, there's trolls, there's real fans, there's fans from Liverpool that say, fans with London accent, why are they talking about Liverpool? You know what? There's so many different comedians, clowns in it. But this, I'm not going to stand here. How could you even, what brain cells are you thinking with? What brain cells? There were so many factors going on here that there's issue with this team. There's a lot of things. Fatigue, out of form, injuries. There's so many things, and you're blaming SFG, AFTV, what? Oh, man, this is Liverpool, man. Win or a loss, I'm always going to rock the shirt because I'm proud of my team that I support. Yeah? Proud. So go and slap yourselves, you clowns. Back to the game. Our front three don't really... It's not that they don't want to score. The way they play now, they don't seem interested in scoring. That one goal, I don't know how that happened, but there were so many other chances in the first half we could have easily taken. The midfield is out of place. I don't know what's going on. I think in the first half, Leicester let Liverpool play to take possession, and all this commentary, Liverpool's got possession. It doesn't matter. It doesn't mean anything. Possession doesn't mean nothing. Yeah? It was a Vardy show again. Some of the chances that Vardy had, he should have put that away. But obviously, we still got lucky we didn't get 6-1. You know what? Champions League, I think, will be out as well. Yeah? If not next round, the round after. So this season, just don't get embarrassed in it.
Well, Kopish lads, 3-1 loss to Leicester away, and this is just a continuation of a cycle of these continuing results, and I'm just getting fed up with it now, and we're all just dying for that win, aren't we? But that was, we could drop to 5th, 6th, 7th after a few if results go our ways, and it's just, for me, I can't describe what's going on, but enough in terms of why we're capitulating the way we are. It's disgraceful and it's embarrassing. Kabak and Nelson getting mixed up. We have to live that going forward. That's the thing. I just don't I just don't see a continuation of winning, of you know what I mean. And it's Thiago. What has he done? Lately? He's done nothing. He's been absolutely poor. Start him on the bench for the next few games, and because he's not coping at all. Taking Curtis Jones off. What? Ox for me is done. He was a good player in his first season, but that's him for me. He has to go, in my opinion. And I just thought, there's a lot of things wrong here, and we're trying to figure out how we do it going forward. And we're missing Van Dijk. We're missing a lot of good personnel in Gomez. Fabinho, Matip. Forgive Matip because he'll have to go because he's too injury prone. It's just, I am pissed off lately, and if we don't get a result soon, I think a lot of fans will have to turn quickly to what's going on in terms of FSG, because I'm not Klopp out. Klopp has done amazing things well. I think he's just frustrated the fact that FSG have not backed him enough to get the players he wants in, because we need a big free fresh now going forward. So anyway, up the Reg, you never walk alone.
Yo, Kopish family, Finn here. As you can see, I've come to the car. Leicester 3, Liverpool 1. and it's pretty much the same message as last week. First half, came out firing, controlled tempo. Millie injury, he came off, Thiago came on, didn't really affect the state of play. Coming up to the end of the first half, Salah scored an incredible goal that was all created by Firmino, and I feel like fans aren't really leaning on that because we didn't win today. If we had won today, we would have been singing their praises, yeah? Mane, on the other hand, he's gone missing. He needs to find himself. I think he's in the basement right now, mentally in the basement, as are many of the other players. Robbo, for one, hasn't got the legs in him. Tsimikas just not good enough to compete to come off of the bench. Yes, second half, not good enough for me. The whole controversy between the Lino call and the VAR decision for the penalty, it just knocked the stuffing out of us mentally. And no one in the squad, I looked at all their faces, and no one looked like they were going to pick the team up and say, let's grind this out. Let's grind this out like we know we can do. We've always scored late goals in our championship winning season, and the belief just is not there, unfortunately. We need to look at ourselves. We need to rebuild. We need to come back bigger. And that's enough from me today. Big up to all the Kopish family. It's love as per usual. We move.
Hi there, Team Kopish. This is a match reaction to Liverpool's 3-1 loss to Leicester City. Firstly, we started the game well. I think we were all over them. I think for the majority of the first half, we scurried for the ball. We fought well. We were just pushing them, and they couldn't seem to get out of their half. Second half came, and we had a moment of brilliance from Bobby Firmino, which was the only thing he did in that game. Honestly, he was poor. Salah finishes it off. Another one who was poor for the majority of that game. Sadio Mane, let's not even get into that. He was rubbish. But it was just a frustrating game because we fought so well. We get our goal, and I'm like, okay, we can maybe get the second, or we can just see this game off. The Liverpool of last season would have seen that game off, and we that mentality, monsters tag is gone now. We just mentality flakers at the moment. We have no bottle. Once something bad happens or something negative happens against us, we just flake. We give away a silly free kick at the edge of the box. Maddison does what he does. It was onside. The goal was rightfully given. And from there, we just crumble. I think it was 3 goals in 7 minutes. It was just embarrassing. Absolutely embarrassing. Like, this team is just, we're gone. I said in my video last week that we're just not the same. That mentality is gone, and we just need to embrace that. Top 4 is done. Thursday nights are incoming, and I've started embracing it. We are finished as a top 4 club. I know it might seem reactionary right now. It's fresh. It's 5 minutes after the game, and I'm absolutely fuming at the moment. And serious questions needs to be asked about Klopp. I know there have been personal things that have happened to Klopp, and my heart goes out to him and his family. But this can't go on. This can't go on. It's absolutely embarrassing. This might truly be the worst title defense ever in Premier League history, and we don't look like champions. We don't play like champions. We don't look like we're fighting for that trophy. I know there's other circumstances which I don't want to talk about. I don't want to talk about injuries. I don't want to talk about moving midfielders to the centre back. Everyone knows about that, but all we need to show is a little bit of fight, and I don't see that in this Liverpool team, and it's absolutely frustrating. Top 4 is done. Europa League next season. It is what it is. But yeah, the Rato here all the way from South Africa.
Evening, guys. So we're here again. Seems like deja vu from last week. What a result. So, we're 1-0 up. As far as I was concerned, we were cruising. And then, there we have this self-explosion it just seemed to be like we had somebody internally just pulling a bomb. It's like Guy Fawkes was in Parliament and just put some fireworks to try and blow it up, but this time they were successful. I'm talking about Alisson Becker. Double decker. My boy, that's twice in 2 games. Actually, 3 times in 2 games, actually. Which again, for me, I just don't understand, guys. But hey, we are where we are. There's not a lot we can do about it. It's one of them things. We're not going to get any money, unfortunately. So we're going to have a bit of a clear out. I keep talking about formation. And you know, today, Millie came off. Thiago came on. Things just seem to change. And I'm not sure whether maybe we should have got a centre-back instead of getting Thiago. I mean, Thiago's a fantastic player, don't get me wrong. And, you know, I'd like to have him in our side. You know, not many people can boast have got Thiago in our side. But the way things are going, especially with defence, it's a very difficult situation. And in particular, the fact that we've got new players coming in and trying to gel in a short space of time when you've got games coming thick and fast. It's really difficult, guys. But hey, to the Kopish family, listen, on a bit of a lighter note, I saw this morning the feed, the show last night, and you're talking about best rappers and you're talking about best R&B groups. My favourite, and would be in the top 5 rappers, Busta Rhymes. My man is still doing his thing from when he was Woha to now. Snoop Dogg, all my man's doing is talking about food. Did somebody say just nyam? And the other thing is, guys, groups, you forgot about 112. It's Valentine's tomorrow. They epitomised that with their song, Peaches and Cream. Peaches and Cream, if you know what I mean. So guys, heads up. Klopp, unfortunately, I understand my man's going through a really rough time, and, you know, all the Kopish family and all the Liverpool fans send their blessings out to my man and condolences. It's difficult. And, you know, when you've got things going on in your personal life as well as your professional life, it must be really difficult. So we need to support him, guys, and just have faith in him like we always have done. My man's brought back a league in 30 years, which nobody else has done, so big him up. Blessings, my boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, respect. Out.
Oh, Kopish, I don't even know what to say anymore. Like, another L. We need to just shut down the club temporarily or something, because I can't see any way back up for us. Like, we scored such a nice goal as well. We can't even talk about it, because in 8 minutes, we threw the game away. That first goal, how is Harvey Barnes getting through 2 men like that? Like, they're not even there. Thiago and Trent were both on him, and he just got past them like they weren't there. Clumsy foul. We paid the price of a penalty in the end, even though it was a free kick. That second goal, Alisson, he's absolutely lost his head, because he should not be coming out for that. I mean, even if he does, he needs to shout, obviously, but I don't think he did, and he just took Kabak clean out. That's criminal. That is absolutely criminal. And the third goal, again, generally just really poor defending. The team's just lost its shape. It's lost all confidence. No way I can see us finishing top 4 at this rate. Not a chance. Literally, like, out the window. Because we're just rocketing down the table. Every other team is, like, picking up wins here and there, at least. Even the ones on bad form. We're just rocketing down the table. Before we know it, we could be in mid-table, honestly. Because I can't see any way back for us at the moment. Obviously, we've got Champions League, then we've got Everton next. I'm not hopeful at all. I want to be hopeful. I want to be optimistic and say it's going to pick back up. And it will, but how much damage is going to be done before we pick it back up? Because something's massively wrong, like, intrinsically within this team at the moment. There's bigger issues than just the injuries. Obviously, the injuries are a massive blow. Jota needs to get back as soon as possible, because in front of goal, obviously, other than that one moment of brilliance, we're looking really poor. But in general, we've lost a massive spark, massive confidence in this team in general. Try to keep your head up, boys. You'll never walk alone.
What up, Team Kopish? What the hell was that? Are you kidding me? We lose another game. We let it slip right out of our hands like that again. In the 70th minute, going up 1-0. In a game that Leicester looked like they didn't even know how to get started. We controlled the game like that, and we let it go in a matter of a 6-minute span. Now, let me break down the game for you real quick, what I saw. Mo Salah should have had a hat trick today. Should have got a penalty when he went down. But I believe the ref didn't give it to him because he went down and tried to sell the first incident. So he said that he's trying to play me for another penalty. I ain't giving it to him. Get up. So, move on. We still controlled the game. The goal, okay, Firmino comes up with a nice assist. I'll give him that. Mo Salah scored it. He didn't celebrate it. The reason I think he didn't celebrate this goal because I think he didn't think it was going in. He barely tapped it in. It lacked confidence, even though it went in, you know. So I think he didn't celebrate for that reason. And he knew that. So game goes on. Then they give up a lazy penalty outside the box, which I understand they gave that because it looked like a penalty, but so did Mo Salah's in the first half. So I don't understand the difference between the two, but maybe you can tell me. Game goes on, they score that. Offsides, no offsides, goal, no goal, given a goal. I don't get VAR. Ruins the game. They don't even know what to do, cheer or not cheer. Come back and cheer, and 5 minutes later, don't get it. Then I see a ball lobbed in the air. We're playing. We're doing good. You know, we can come back after 1-1. You know what I'm saying? I thought we could have responded. We did respond pretty good until I see the ball lobbed in the air, heading towards our new guy, Kabak, which had a great game. He did good. We barely saw him in the first half because we were doing so good up front. But when we did see him, he made the right passes, short, long. He did what he had to do. And he did a Fabinho-like take away, got the ball right back. But then Alisson, our goalie. Now, see, I don't understand how a goalie can come up with a save like that on Vardy, then have a mistake like that in the same game. That's what I don't understand. And he comes up with a tackle on our own guy. The ball was clearly going to Kabak. I saw it going right to his head. The guy had it. You know, I didn't think he had to shout for it. It was clear and obvious that it was going right to him. But then our own guy, Alisson, comes and tackles him. The ball bounces off of Kabak, goes to Vardy, and Vardy does what he does. Ruthless in front of the net. Can't hate on Leicester. They're a football club. They're going to play. So when those chances are given to them, they barely miss. See, that's what bothers me about Mo Salah. He'll miss a shot, and then he'll smile instead of being ruthless and go for the next one. And when the next one comes, he makes sure it goes into the net. But no, his next one comes, doesn't do anything with it. Misses it again. So, I don't know. We should have had that game in the first half, I believe. We should have won that game. Let me know what you guys think. I don't know. I believe we should have won that game. We let it go. It's okay. We go back again. Peace out, guys.
Yo, first of all, shout out to Team Kopish, yo. But all this FSG talk, like, this is coming from an American. Like, yeah, they finance Boston, but if you actually look at it, if you look at Boston's team right now, like, they're doing the exact same thing. They're doing this buy to sell profit thing, and they just gave up. They're giving up their literally just gave up their best player, to try to rebuild, but they basically pickpocketing the money. So this ownership is what this ownership is, man. Like it's hard. It's hard to watch it because you know we all see what the problems was. We all see what we needed, and this team is just refusing. But back to the game. That was just a quick FSG. Back to the game, man. Like the first goal. We gotta keep it real with Thiago. He's not working here. I don't know what's the difference between us and the other teams he's played for, but he's just not working here. He's too aggressive. And he's aggressive to the point where it's just he's flailing. Like he's flailing for everything. Like that was a soft foul, but it was a foul. And it could have easily been a penalty. Like, why are you sticking your leg out for that? And that's causing unnecessary pressure to the team. And if it was offsides, by a toenail, whatever, again, I feel like Ali should have did more with that because, the ball literally just passed him. Like, I think he was anticipating that the offside call was going to be called. Like, you play to the whistle. Like, we all say that you play to the whistle, right? So he should have easily been able to parry that away or go grab the ball, but he was anticipating the offsides call, and he was anticipating the player reaching the ball. But if he easily went and just retrieved the ball, all that would have been alleviated. So, Alisson, man, I don't know what the hell's wrong with this dude. When the hell did he become the worst goalie? He's on his Kepa vibes right now. It's getting shocking right now. He is becoming unrecognizable. Like he can't play a pass anymore. He's unsure what he wants to do with the ball at his feet. Like he's just like all over the place. Like his head is gone. Like where is this man right now? I do not recognize this man at all. And he needs a super boost because it's getting crazy with this man right now. The second goal, again, we know that you like to play offensively and you're very aggressive, but he basically clotheslined Kopish. Like, you can't blame Kopish on that because, one, he's new, so he doesn't understand how Alisson plays. I mean, unless he actually watches him. But he didn't call for the ball. He could have easily yelled out, keeper, 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 something. He literally just attacked like a cat, like he was trying to make up for the goal. Like his head, man, his head is gone. And then the third goal, man, Mo, when the hell can we not do 5-yard passes? He literally gave the ball away in the middle of the pitch, and yes, Kopish is out of shape because he's not even expecting the ball to get turned over that quickly because he literally gave the ball in the middle of the fucking pitch. So as soon as he turns around, Harvey Barnes, thinking basketball, tripping. Harvey Barnes is literally behind him because it was literally he gave up the ball. They immediately went on the press. Respect to Leicester because they capitalized on the mistakes. They did what they had to do. They capitalized, but Klopp, big up Klopp, big up Jurgen, man. Like he's going through it right now. You saw the press conference, man. As a fan base, we got to try to lift this man up because he's going through it right now. He is literally going through it. FSG, y'all need to leave. Like, straight up, y'all need to go. And we just going to have to keep it a bean. There's some players on here that are coasting. I don't recognize Monty anymore. Other than the goal, Firmino was shocking. Like, I don't recognize him anymore. Robbo is literally running. I think he's on his fumes right now. Trent, bro, look, man, it's just, man, this team, man, it's painful. It's painful to watch right now. But all we can do is just pray to the football gods, pray to whoever you pray to that this team could turn it around because right now it is not looking good. It's not looking right. This team is looking like a mid-table team. And it's sad to see. It's really sad to see. Like, how have we fallen this hard? Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, it just doesn't make sense. But again, Team Kopish, man, much love to you, brothers. And yo, we tried. I can't even say we move. We try to move.
Things are getting from bad to worse. The bleeding ain't stopping, guys. Liverpool have crashed to their third consecutive Premier League defeat, 3-1 to Leicester City at the King Power Stadium. Goals from Mohamed Salah, Jamie Maddison, Jamie Vardy, and Harvey Barnes. Things are just really, really bad right now. It's really alarming. You know what, guys? We've got to stop being in denial right now, you know. A lot of fans are in denial and thinking, you know what? The title's gone. Man City look like the champions-elect. And we can just go for top 4 now. You know what? Right now, this form is relegation form. Straight relegation form, you know. You look at the form guide and check it out. Straight relegation form. Swear down. And it's scary, you know, because I'm seeing one of the things that were happening for us on our run up to the Champions League and the Premier League title. Strong mentality, which was coined mentality monsters. That's now gone. The mentality ain't there. The Liverpool from last season would have, you know, Leicester equalised and would have thought, don't worry, we'll get back into it. We'll make things happen now. The players' heads drop and they know, you know what? It's a bridge too far. And you can see it from a lot of players. Even Alisson. Alisson's one of our main players. Up until his cock-up, he had a decent game, you know. He made a couple of saves and routine saves that any top goalkeeper should make. But, like, I noticed in the game today, a lot of the players weren't really passing to me. Weren't really passing that from the back today. And that stems from last week, you know. From the cock-ups he made last week. So you could tell the confidence wasn't there. His confidence wasn't there, you know. So I noticed Henderson was leading from the back, which he usually does. Caban didn't have much to do. You know, it was his debut. He had nothing much to do really until that mistake that happened. So he ain't at fault. I don't want to hear no fans trying to blame him or nothing like that. We have to give him games and see what he's about. Do you know what I mean? But basically, you can see what Leicester were going to do, and it's a recurring theme, and a lot of teams are going to be doing it now, and a lot of teams have done it anyway. Give Liverpool the ball, get behind all the men behind the ball, right, and just keep it tight, and just try and get them on a counter-attack. Target Trent's side. That's what they do. They target Trent's side and see if they can run in behind. Got fast-paced players, and even if they got big bruiser players like the Burnleys, the Brightons, etc., teams like that, they know they would get something off us. And I said, you know, when we went a goal up, when Liverpool scored and went a goal up, I said to one of my bedrooms, you know what, it's not going to be enough, because I know two things are certain in this game. VAR are going to either fuck us over, right, or we're going to concede, because Liverpool don't keep clean sheets anymore. So, anyway, yeah, first half now, I thought the first half was decent. I thought we pressed well up the top of the pitch. I thought we pressed quite decent, you know. I thought, you know what, we're doing quite well here. We're winning the ball back high up the pitch. You could tell Leicester were kind of scared to come out. They weren't overly committing. But like I said, that was their plan. Keep it tight and see if they can lump a ball over the top for Vardy to run onto and test our new centre-back and target Trent. So, basically, yeah, we had a couple of half chances, you know, we control the possession. We had a few half chances, you know, we had loads of corners as well, so it goes to show you what we were doing. But we didn't make the breakthrough. I thought, try and at least get a goal before half time. It didn't happen. Milner got injured and we had to bring on Thiago. And I thought Klopp made the right choice. Knows he's running today, man. It's freezing weather. But anyway, I thought Klopp made the right choice by not starting Thiago. I thought take him out of the limelight for a bit and then bring him on if we need be as an impact sub. Anyway, Milner got injured, so he had no choice to bring him on because our bench was light today, man. So he brings on Thiago, and if I'm going to be honest with you, what he come on like, what was it, with the first 10 minutes or 15 minutes or whatever it was, he had a poor game up until like 5-10 minutes before the end of the first half. He was bad, rash, diving in, slow, kept losing the ball a lot as well. Kept trying to do a lot of crawl turns and losing the ball. You know, he just was miles off the pace today. I thought Curtis Jones was decent. He was trying to make things happen. Henderson, you know, giving it his all. You know, captain. He was having a decent game. Coming up from the back at times, he looked like he was in midfield. He was high up the pitch, further up the pitch. Mane was trying, but it just wasn't coming up for him. Salah was trying, the same kind of mold from Roberto Firmino. It's been the same for the last few games, and that he was kind of losing the ball a lot as well. So we're going on the break, level, and I thought, you know what, about another 45 minutes to get a goal, because I know sooner or later Leicester's going to concede. So we get the breakthrough. Thought, you know what, we might get a win today, but what I was certain on, I thought we need to get a second goal, because I was thinking, you know what, we're not going to keep a clean sheet, or something's going to happen with VAR. It's just not enough for Liverpool, the 1-0 thing. We definitely need to score. And then Klopp brings off Curtis Jones, and if I'm right, it may have been on a yellow card. It might have been on a yellow card. That might have been the reason why I took him, because for me, he was having a good game. When he brought on Ox, I didn't see Oxlade-Chamberlain do anything. He was pulling out of tackles. He was scared to dive in and get stuck in. For me, his days are numbered as a Liverpool player. Don't offer us nothing. And it's a shame, because up into that injury a couple of years ago, 3 seasons ago now, 17-18 season, it was phenomenal for us. In the second half of that season, in the Champions League run, he was brilliant. But we can't keep going back to the past and saying he was good then. We've got to move forward. If we want to be a big team and continue to be a top team, and get back that domination at the top and compete with the likes of Man City and even Man United and other teams in Europe, we need to move forward and get quality players in, because for one, he's injury prone and he's kind of one-dimensional, if I'm going to be honest with you. You know, to get the free kick, it was pondering if it was a penalty. For me, straight away when I seen it, I knew it was a free kick, but then VAR, as usual, some kind of agenda wants to try and fuck about with Liverpool. So they do all their faffing about and that, checking the screens and whatnot and the lines. But here we go. Give the free kick. I thought, you know, we should defend this well. Go straight through the players. It's a goal. It's 1-1. And I thought, okay, they're going to check it through VAR. To me, I thought it was offside. I thought Amate was interfering in the line of sight with Alisson, but they let the goal stand. I thought, here we go. It's 1-1. I thought, you know what, this is probably going to be a draw. Oh, Leicester were going to win. And I knew it, because what's happening with Liverpool, when a bad decision goes their way this season, their heads crumble. Their heads crumble and the cave in, and the mentality is just not there. And then Alisson does a big cock up. Rush of blood to the head, comes charging out like some madman. Like he's concussed like Harrius. It's like in the case of Carinitis or something. I don't know what happened to him. Come rushing out. Should have been Kabak's ball. But you can tell Kabak's nervous because it's his first game. And then all Vardy had to do is just walk it into the net like it was a game of FIFA or something. That's what it reminded me of. I thought, oh, all I had to do is laugh. I thought, here we go. And then I scored the third. And at that point, I just got mad. I thought, we're caving in like the City game. From here now, it could be 4, it could be 5. You know what I mean? But now, top 4 is going to be a big job now, lads. It's going to be a massive job, because Chelsea have got their new manager. They've got good players. And I think they're going to possibly go on the up now. And it's whether we can kind of keep them out, because we got them. We still got another game with Chelsea and we have to beat them. And Everton, and if Everton gets something off us next week, because Ancelotti knows how to set up against Klopp. He's had Klopp's number a few times. If they get something off us, I'll be very worried, because they've got a couple of games in hand and they can go above us. West Ham, I'm not really worried about. I'm going to be straight up honest, because Moyes, when push comes to shove, he just can't get over the line when he needs to get over the line, especially in the big games. He just can't do it. Boys, it might have to just be one of those seasons where we just write it off, wipe the slate clean, and go again next season. And I don't want to hear man's talking about, oh, Klopp out and all that nonsense. Allow that talk. Klopp deserves another season, at least another season. He hasn't been backed by FSG, and furthermore, he's just lost his mum. So you can see in the early stages of January, he looked like a broken man. I remember saying it to my friend, I'm thinking, you know what? Something don't look like with Klopp, you know, like something's going on behind the scenes, or has he lost the dressing room? It explains it, and then they couldn't go to bury his mum as well. That's deep, man. That's really deep. So my condolences goes out to Klopp and all the family, Because, boy, that's going to be hard, man. I know he's here to do a job for Liverpool, manage Liverpool Football Club, but that's going to be tough on any person. At the end of the day, he's human. Yeah, he's our manager, but he's still a human being. You know what I mean? That's his mum. But, going back on that now, yeah, man, FSG just needs to sort it out, because at the moment, the penny pinching, you know, I'm not going to go on and on. I leave that to other people to talk about and the experts, because we all know what FSG is about. You know what I'm saying? Like, they left it late. We knew we needed a centre-back or two. We know Matip's not reliable. He's not reliable. He can never manage a full season. He's always injured. The moment we sold Lovren in the summer, we should have replaced him. So basically, FSG just... It's laxy daisy, guys. Anyway, big up the Kopish man then. Big up man like Drifty. Big up man like Matt. Big up Callum. Big up you guys, because I love what you're doing with the channel. I love the work you're putting in. It's your boy, Mr. Laser. Peace, I'm out. You never walk alone.
Welcome to the Viewers Review Show. What's up, Kopish? Liverpool have lost 3-1 to Leicester, and this one is a hard one to take, because we were the better team for the majority of the game, and 7 minutes of madness cost us, and Leicester get the 3 points. And now we're 6 points off Leicester, which, yeah, it's a terrible feeling, I suppose. I mean, like, the only positives we can take, we scored a nice goal and we were the better team, but we don't win the game. Madness by Alisson again. You'd think he'd learn from his mistakes against Man City, and Kabak making his debut. I thought he had a good game up until the second goal, where Kabak and Alisson, what was that? Defensively, that was just all over the place. The third goal, I don't even want to talk about the third goal, because that's Sunday League level defending. You can't be doing that in the Premier League. And yeah, if we keep defending like this, as Roy Keane said, it'll be another 30 years with the Premier League. And he's right. If we keep defending and keep playing like this, you know, it will be another 30 years. We have to get a grip. We've been so good for 2 and 3 years, and this season our injuries are hampering us, man. It's just, what can you do, man? No proper pre-season. The Euros coming up. It's like, I don't even want to say much more, to be honest with you. I mean, Klopp's mother died, so respect to Klopp and his family, and hope they're all well. So I don't, you know, as Jurgen Klopp is concerned anyway, like, this game of football didn't matter, you know. It's all about his mother, you know. I feel very sorry for him that he can't go to Germany for his mother's funeral. So yeah, rest in peace, Klopp's mother. But you could see in the interviews as well, he's not the same. He's not, you know, his old self. It will take time. I mean, I'd imagine anybody that lives with their own mother, it will take a while. So I hope he can get, you know, it won't be too hard on him. But yeah, as Liverpool are concerned, you know, Milner went off injured, another injury. Ben Davies got a knock before he even played for us. I mean, we're cursed. We're actually cursed with injuries. So that's all I have to say anyway. Leicester, Brendan Rodgers' Leicester City team take home 3 points, and yeah, we are not winning the Premier League, but we do have Leipzig on Tuesday.